That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
What's up? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is you're watching this video. It's your boy Dave Mo Flips. You already know what it is. Let's get right into it. Real quick, I'm bored. I'm not going to front, guys. I'm bored. So, I want to get your opinion on something. I want to know who's down to do this with me. Whether you have your dealer's license or if you're just, doing your thing on the side. I want to come up with a dollar amount, a low dollar amount. I'm thinking $2,000. All right. I want to start with $2,000. Just boom, put that on a car and flip it, and see where we end up. All right. I want to get into real estate. I want to start a portfolio of rental properties. Not really big on the flipping property aspect of it, which I think is great money. I just wanted to leave something for my children. And real talk, I figure if I could get something for $150 or less, put it out there in the street, maybe make, between $1,000 and $1,500 a month off it. It'll definitely cover the mortgage plus make some. And if you're on it the way I'm on it, out of that profit, put a little something back into the property and put a lot on that mortgage. Pay that shit down, own it outright. Not the point. That's my goal. So let's together come up with a dollar amount, okay, that we can all start out with. I think $2,000 is fair because that puts a lot of people in the game. I know that's a little, I know that's lower for a lot of you guys, but keep in mind this is like the challenge, the $2,000 challenge. But it doesn't have to be $2,000. It could be $1,000. It could be $3,000. It could be $4,000. Whatever you guys want it to be. Let's do it together. For me, I want the challenge to go to $30,000. Whatever dollar amount I start with, I want to hit $30,000. And once I hit that $30,000, I want to buy my first rental property. I'm going to be doing non-dealer cars. Why do I choose to do non-dealer cars? Because I think there's more people, more viewers that don't have dealer auction access than do. So guys, if you are going to be doing this, know the laws in your state. Definitely, keep track of your profits so you can pay income tax. You don't want to get jammed up with Uncle Sam. But, excuse me, with that being said, we got some pretty exciting news here. Finally, motherfucking finally, the Pontiac G5 sold. And it blew my mind. Guys, it blew my mind. It would not sell when it had clean paint. It would not sell when the thing ran fine. It wasn't until they stole my Audi and hit the G5 that someone came along and bought the car. They paid $1,750 for the car. I want to say I was into the car total for just under $900. No, I'm sorry. I'm just under the car, not $900. I'm just under the car for, actually, hold on one second. All right, guys, so just to keep it real with you, I had to stop that video and come over here because I totally forgot. This is the G5, okay? I paid $600 for it. Usually a lot of my deals with ACV are going to be out the door. That's how I negotiate them. So the high bid on this car was probably $4 and change, or maybe $5 and change. And then it's a $50 fee. So it's $500, it's $50. If it's $600, it's $60. $700 is $7. Just take the first number of the 100 and times that number by 10. It's pretty simple. Or 10% of the whole 100 number up until 1,000. So this car would have been $660, but because knowing my bidding style, I probably spent, $550 for it. And I said, okay, well, if you guys could get the seller to come down to $600 out the door, then I'm willing to do it, or something to that effect, which is basically the same thing as what I had bid. Or I might have been at $500 and said, with fees, I'm at $550. I'll bounce out to $600 out the door. But here's what I want you guys to see. That's the car. It's 600 out the door, and check this out. This is disgraceful. All the way on the bottom, above where it says report a problem. I bought that car March 24th of 2020. It just sold, I want to say September 1st. Today is September 13th. It took, let's just say, from April to September to sell that vehicle. Do the math, guys. That's a few months, you know. And truly, let me get off here and back to the other way. What's up, guys? Sorry about that. I feel like when we talk about money, it's pretty important to be accurate with it for you guys. And for me personally, I have a book and I have a spreadsheet, and I just write everything down for every single car, so I know to the T. And I really should be using that book when I make these videos, because I broad stroke a lot of it, and I overestimate what I spent on the vehicle. Because for me, I always want to overestimate and come back with change, than try to be one of these guys that underestimate and look like, oh yeah, I made so much money. That's not the case, man. Listen. So I spent $600 on that car, $40 in fluids, including gas to get it home, put me at $640. I put $300 paint job on it, put me at $940. A brake booster was $60 with labor used. So there was $1,000 right there. I sold it for $1,750. Really, it was a pretty quick deal. We were trying to list it. The sales guy was trying to list it for upwards of $2,500. I'm a big believer of throw it out there, see what it could do. If you're gonna lower it $100, $200, $300, okay, fine, whatever. But then if it doesn't sell within 3 weeks, I like to shut the ad down completely, recoup, and come back out with a new number. Well, during this time, I kind of fell back from the car sales. I let someone else run it for me, and they were doing what they thought was right. In their head, they wanted to get the most money out of the vehicle, which is fine. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not that guy, okay? I'm a guy who says, hey, I have $1,000 in this car. I'm great selling it for $1,500, putting $500 in my pocket. That's a 50% ROI. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, to me, is crazy. If you're going to do it that way, you're going to want to sell more cars. Instead of selling 10 cars, you might want to sell 20 cars a month or 30 cars a month, right? That car also would have been perfect for buy here, pay here. $1,000 down plus tax, title, registration, $75 a week for the next, 12 months. Cashes you out at something like $3,600 plus your initial $1,000 investment. You're at $4,600 with a $3,600 profit margin. If the car can last those 12 months, buy here, pay here doesn't want to tell you. The car stops, so do the payments. Plain and simple. It's a gamble. It's a G5. It's a bigger gamble. Anyway, $1,750 subtract $1,000 netted me $750. Would have been happy as shit if this took less than 3 weeks, right? And it would have. You could have put that car out there for $1,950, $1,900, $1,850, and walked away with the same $1,750 in less than a month, okay? But because I have someone else running the show for me, they want to do it their way. And their way is not wrong. My way is not wrong. It's different ways to do it. Their way works with a lot of the cars. My way works with a lot of the cars. The way I look at it is, I would rather make $500 today than wait. What is it? What are the March? So it's April, May, June, July, August. We sold it in September, so let's say 5 months, right? I made $750 over 5 months. That's just over $100 a month to keep $1,000 tied up. You see what I'm saying to you? So if you would use my theory and put that $1,000 into a bunch of different cars, right? You say that you put $1,000 in one car and you sold it that same month and made $500. You did that 5 times, that $750 would be $2,500. Okay. Now, if you're spending $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, you want your payday to be a little bit higher than, $500. Your ROI is going to be a little bit less because your investment's a little bit higher. So, I don't want to give it away, but I just sold a car here recently and I made $2,000. But my investment was quite a bit more, okay? And yeah, you like the Touareg. I showed you guys the Touareg. I made roughly $1,500 on that car. It fluctuates, guys. And what you got to do is figure out what works best for you. With the situation that I'm in as a rep, I know the owner of that dealership, he wants us to sell cars right away. He doesn't give a fuck if we make a lot or a little. The way he looks at it is, as long as we're making money, he's making money. It doesn't matter if we lose money, he still gets his $200 per car. So for him, he doesn't care, all right? He's just happy to make that $200. And I got to be honest with you, and this is going to be in a whole nother video about repping, for the September edition, 9 months in, you got to be more supportive. There's no support system at that place. As a matter of fact, it's quite the opposite. Almost jealousy, to be honest with you. It's fucking disgusting. But back to the thing. The car. We made $750 and I got rid of that fucking elephant. That headache. The next friggin' car I got to get rid of, if you guys remember this one, which was probably purchased about the same time, that's Suzuki, the XL7. I'll pull that up after this and I'll show it to you guys. That car has been just sitting there, not doing anything. And I got to get on myself here because I've been super busy. To say that I've been lazy with the cars is inaccurate. I have some issues going on in my house. My subscribers, my viewers, you guys know the deal. So that's where my head is at. But with that being said, guys, I got to cut this video short. I hope you're enjoying everything. God bless you all. Stay safe out there. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in this world. Don't matter what side of the board you are on. Just remember, we the people, all right? If that makes sense with you, I hope it does. Because seriously, think about that. We are the people. We the people. It doesn't matter where the fuck we are. We do what the fuck we do. Anyway, think about that number. Leave it in the comment section. I know you guys probably don't watch all these videos the whole way through. Leave it in the comment section. Keep in mind, not everyone is on your level. And keep in mind, there are some guys, people ahead of your level. All right? I'm throwing out a number that I think is fair. I think $2,000 is fair for everyone involved. I think everyone involved has $2,000 to get started. Keep it real. Keep it funky. And I would love if you guys sent me videos of what you bought and what you paid for it. And then send me a follow-up video to what you sold for it. Like I said, guys, we're a team. And I'll post it on the channel. Vic, I'm expecting you to come in big here. Joe, I want to see you coming big here. All right? I definitely want to see my people. Ron, that's my transporter, guys. Ron is the man. I put his info in one of the other videos. If I can find it, I'll put it in this one. Ron, that's my boy. Let me tell you this right now. I bought a car. I'll show it to you. Last minute. Again, everything with me is last minute. Yo, can you pick this up? He had it to me the next day. The next day. The same day. I gave him the pickup slip that morning, that night at 10, 11 o'clock. His driver was pulling in with the truck. Real talk, you don't get service like that. You don't get service like that. And the price, ridiculously low. This man, yo, if you're not using my boy Ron, you're overpaying. Straight up and down, you're overpaying, period, point blank. Get on board with Ron. Let him know I sent you. I get no money from it. I get no kickback from it. Just that the fact that he's a subscriber, he's down with the team. Show that man some love, please. All right? I'm out of here. I got to go. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones and stay safe. What's up, guys? I just got done making that video. This is the Suzuki that I was telling you about. I've had this thing, since April 11th. Like I said, it was about the same time as the other one. It's only got 121. The problem is that it's silver, all right? So I can't have silver painted. But at this point, I'm thinking I'm going to let Leroy drive it around for a little while. And if it rides out, then I'm just going to get it painted white. White cars sell in my area. I don't know, what sells in yours. But that's where we're at with it. I mean, the car is overall pretty clean. I don't know if it's got third row or not. I don't know if these things came with third row. But again, it's got the leather. You paint this bad boy white. I think I'll get $25 for it. I'll be in it for, 10-30. So we'll see what happens. At any rate, guys, this is what I was talking about, and get at me with this challenge. All right, have a good one. I gotta go. Got to go.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.